Imagine uncovering a mind-blowing secret that could transform your everyday life into something extraordinary, something so powerful that once you hear it, you'll never look at the world the same way again. Stay tuned, because this revelation is about to blow your mind wide open. If you're excited about diving into game-changing insights like this, hit that subscribe button right now to never miss out on more eye-opening content. And drop a comment below letting me know what shocked you the most from today's video, so I can keep delivering the stuff you love. Now, let's jump right into it. Picture this. Back in the late 19th century, when the world was on the cusp of a technological revolution, inventors like Thomas Edison were tinkering away in their workshops, not just with light bulbs, but with ideas that would eventually spark the digital age we live in today. Though at the time, no one could have predicted how a simple filament glowing in a vacuum would lead to the interconnected web of information that powers everything from your morning coffee order to global economies. Fast forward to the mid-20th century, and you have visionaries like Alan Turing laying the groundwork for modern computing with his theoretical machines that could simulate any algorithm, essentially birthing the concept of programmable devices that would evolve into the smartphones in our pockets. But before that, during World War II, these ideas weren't just academic, they were weaponized in efforts like the code breaking at Bletchley Park, where Turing's bomb machine cracked the Enigma code, saving countless lives and shortening the war by years, all while setting the stage for post-war advancements in electronics. As the 1950s rolled in, transistors replaced bulky vacuum tubes, making computers smaller and more efficient, thanks to folks at Bell Labs who invented this tiny semiconductor that could amplify signals without the heat and size issues of old tech, paving the way for the first commercial computers like the UNIVAC, which predicted Eisenhower's presidential win in 1952 and shocked the nation by showing machines could handle data faster than humans.
By the 1960s, the Cold War fueled massive investments in science, leading to ARPA, the Advanced Research Projects Agency, which funded projects to connect computers across distances. And that's where the Internet's true origins lie. Not in some garage startup, but in government-backed research to create a resilient network that could survive nuclear attacks, with pioneers like J.C.R. Licklider dreaming of a galactic network where computers talk to each other seamlessly. In 1969, the first message was sent over ARPANET from UCLA to Stanford, a simple login that crashed after 2 letters, but that humble beginning marked the birth of packet switching, a method invented by Donald Davies and Paul Baran, where data is broken into packets and routed independently, ensuring reliability even if parts of the network fail. And this innovation spread quickly as more nodes joined, from universities to research labs, forming the backbone of what would become the global Internet. The 1970s saw protocols like TCP/IP developed by Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn, standardizing how data travels across networks, allowing disparate systems to communicate without chaos. And email emerged as the killer app, with Ray Tomlinson sending the first @addressed message in 1971, revolutionizing communication by making it instantaneous and borderless. As personal computers hit the scene in the late 1970s with machines like the Apple II and Commodore PET, hobbyists and entrepreneurs began seeing the potential for home computing. But it was the 1980s that really democratized tech, with IBM's PC standard hardware and Microsoft's DOS providing the software foundation, while modems allowed dial-up connections to bulletin board systems, early precursors to online forums where users shared files and messages over phone lines at snail-like speeds of 300 baud. Meanwhile, in academia, Tim Berners-Lee was frustrated with information silos at CERN, so in 1989 he proposed a hypertext system that linked documents via URLs, HTTP and HTML. Inventing the World Wide Web in 1990 and releasing it to the public in 1991, transforming the Internet from a tool for scientists into a platform for everyone. The early 1990s exploded with browsers like Mosaic, which added images and made the web visual, sparking the dot-com boom, where companies like Netscape went public in 1995 with skyrocketing stocks. And search engines like Yahoo and Alta Vista helped users navigate the growing sea of pages. But it was Google's PageRank algorithm in 1998 that revolutionized search by ranking sites based on links, making information discovery intuitive and accurate. E-commerce took off with Amazon starting as an online bookstore in 1994, proving people would buy stuff sight unseen, while eBay's auction model in 1995 turned the internet into a global marketplace, and PayPal simplified payments, fueling a new economy where anyone could sell anything from anywhere. Social media's roots trace back to sites like 6 Degrees in 1997, but it was Friendster in 2002 and MySpace in 2003 that popularized profiles and connections, setting the stage for Facebook's 2004 launch by Mark Zuckerberg, which grew from college dorms to billions of users by emphasizing real identities and news feeds. YouTube arrived in 2005, democratizing video content and turning ordinary people into stars, acquired by Google in 2006 for $1.65 billion, while Twitter's 2006 debut with 140-character tweets changed how news spreads in real time, amplifying voices from celebrities to activists. Smartphones supercharged everything, starting with the iPhone in 2007, integrating web access, apps, and touchscreens, followed by Android's open platform in 2008, making the internet mobile and always on, with app stores creating ecosystems where developers monetized ideas like Uber in 2009, which disrupted transportation by connecting riders and drivers via GPS. The 2010s brought big data and AI into the mix, with cloud computing from AWS in 2006 scaling infinitely, enabling services like Netflix's streaming revolution in 2007, shifting entertainment from DVDs to on-demand, and social platforms evolving with Instagram's photo sharing in 2010, Snapchat's ephemeral messages in 2011, and TikTok's short-form videos in 2016.
Algorithmically curating content to keep users hooked for hours. Privacy concerns mounted as scandals like Cambridge Analytica in 2018 exposed how data was harvested for political manipulation, leading to regulations like GDPR in Europe. While cybersecurity threats grew with hacks on major companies, reminding us that the internet's openness is a double-edged sword. Blockchain emerged with Bitcoin in 2009 as a decentralized ledger, promising financial independence, evolving into NFTs and DeFi by the 2020s, challenging traditional banking. Streaming wars heated up with Disney+, Hulu, and others competing against Netflix, while remote work boomed during the 2020 pandemic, relying on tools like Zoom, launched in 2011, which saw explosive growth as the world went virtual. Artificial intelligence advanced rapidly, with models like GPT-3 in 2020 generating human-like text, powering chatbots and content creation, raising questions about jobs and ethics. Metaverses gained hype with Meta's rebrand in 2021, envisioning virtual worlds for social interaction, though adoption has been slow amid VR hardware limitations. Sustainability issues arose as data centers consume massive energy, prompting greener tech initiatives. Looking ahead, quantum computing promises to solve complex problems exponentially faster, potentially breaking current encryption, but also advancing medicine and climate modeling. 5G and beyond will enable IoT ecosystems, where everything from fridges to cars connect seamlessly. Smart cities optimizing traffic and energy. Augmented reality via devices like Apple Vision Pro blends digital and physical, enhancing education and shopping. However, challenges like misinformation spread via algorithms, digital divides in access, and AI deepfakes threaten trust, requiring better moderation and literacy. The internet has reshaped society, from empowering movements like #MeToo and Arab Spring to enabling remote learning and telemedicine. But it also amplifies echo chambers and addiction. So as we forge ahead, balancing innovation with responsibility is key. Reflecting on this journey, from ARPANET's first packet to today's hyper-connected reality,
It's clear the internet isn't just technology. It's a mirror of humanity, amplifying our best and worst traits. And its future depends on how we steer it toward inclusivity and progress. If you've made it this far, you've absorbed a whirlwind tour of how a simple network became the lifeblood of modern existence, packed with twists, triumphs, and cautions that shape our daily lives in ways we often take for granted. From the algorithms suggesting your next binge watch to the global collaborations solving crises. Remember, this evolution didn't happen in isolation. It was driven by curious minds pushing boundaries. And today, with open source communities and citizen developers, anyone can contribute to the next chapter, whether by coding apps, sharing knowledge, or advocating for ethical tech. As bandwidth increases and AI integrates deeper, expect personalized experiences like never before, with virtual assistants anticipating needs and immersive education transporting students to historical events. Yet, amid the excitement, vigilance against monopolies and surveillance is crucial, ensuring the web remains a tool for empowerment rather than control. In education, platforms like Khan Academy since 2008 have democratized learning, offering free courses to millions, while MOOCs from Coursera in 2012 expand access to Ivy League lectures. Healthcare transformed with telemedicine apps post-2020, allowing remote consultations that save time and lives, especially in rural areas. Entertainment diversified beyond Hollywood, with user-generated content on Twitch since 2011 turning gaming into spectator sports, and podcasts exploding via Spotify acquisitions, providing niche discussions on everything from true crime to philosophy. Esports filled arenas, with leagues like Overwatch rivaling traditional sports in viewership and prizes. Travel shifted with Airbnb in 2008 turning homes into hotels, and Google Maps in 2005 guiding us flawlessly, incorporating real-time traffic and Street View for virtual scouting. Finance went digital with apps like Robinhood in 2013, making stock trading accessible.
Though not without risks, as seen in the GameStop saga of 2021, cryptocurrencies fluctuated wildly, with Ethereum enabling smart contracts since 2015, fostering decentralized apps. Environmental monitoring benefited from satellite data shared online, aiding climate activists in tracking deforestation and pollution. Art and music found new avenues, with platforms like SoundCloud in 2007 launching careers and DeviantArt fostering communities. Literature evolved with Wattpad's user stories turning into Netflix hits and audiobooks via Audible dominating commutes. Sports fans engaged through fantasy leagues on ESPN sites, while live streaming brought events to global audiences. Politics harnessed social media for campaigns, from Obama's 2008 viral efforts to real-time fact-checking during debates. Science collaboration accelerated via repositories like ARXIV for preprints and GitHub for code sharing since 2008. Mental health resources proliferated, with apps like Headspace in 2010 offering meditation, addressing the isolation tech can sometimes cause. Gaming industries boomed with Fortnite's Battle Royale in 2017, creating cultural phenomena, blending social hangouts with competition. Accessibility improved with screen readers and voice commands, making the web inclusive for disabilities. Global connectivity bridged cultures, with translation tools like Google Translate breaking language barriers since 2006. However, cyberbullying and harassment necessitated better safeguards, like Twitter's mute features. Data breaches at Equifax in 2017 underscored privacy needs, spurring two-factor authentication adoption. Future trends point to Web3 with decentralized ownership, reducing big tech's grip. Edge computing will speed up processing by handling data locally. Biotechnology intersects with internet via genomic databases for personalized medicine.
Space exploration shares live feeds from Mars rovers, inspiring the next generation. Ultimately, the Internet's story is ongoing, a tapestry woven from innovation, disruption, and human ingenuity, reminding us that while it connects us, it's our choices that define its impact on society, economy, and the planet. So as you log off today, think about how this vast network started small and grew to encompass our world. And perhaps consider contributing your own thread to its ever-expanding fabric, whether through creation, critique, or simple curiosity that drives progress forward into uncharted digital territories waiting to be explored.